Welcome back to Coin Explorer, the channel where every coin tells a story far bigger than its size, where history, art, and national identity come together in the palm of your hand. Today, we're diving deep into one of South Africa's most powerful and symbolic coins. At first glance, it may just look like an ordinary piece of change, but beneath its metal surface lies a story of resilience, transformation, and national pride. I'm talking about the 1994 South African 5 Rand coin. Now, before you rush past your old coin jars or dismiss those coins sitting quietly in your drawer, stay with me. Because this coin isn't just money, it's a time capsule of South Africa's rebirth. And for collectors, it carries a value that some estimate could reach into the millions under the right circumstances. Yes, millions. But let's be very clear. Its worth isn't just about numbers, it's about history, identity, and legacy. So buckle up, because we're about to uncover the secrets of the 1994 5 Rand, a coin that stands at the crossroads of politics, artistry, and national change. The 1994 5 Rand coin is bold, striking, and unmistakably South African. Made from a bimetallic composition, with a nickel-brass center encircled by a copper-nickel outer ring, it immediately stands out with its unique two-tone color. That golden center, surrounded by a silvery border, makes it visually distinct from smaller denominations, giving it both strength and elegance. Weighing around 12 grams and measuring 26 millimeters in diameter, the coin was designed to be durable enough for circulation, while still embodying the artistry of a new democratic era. On the obverse side, you'll see the South African coat of arms, a powerful emblem of authority, tradition, and national unity. Around it, the words South Africa are inscribed in one of the country's 11 official languages. In 1994, these inscriptions varied annually, meaning collectors can find the coin with different language versions, each adding a layer of uniqueness to the collection. Flip it to the reverse, and you're greeted by one of the most iconic animals of South Africa, the Black Wildebeest, or GNU, captured mid-gallop. Muscular, fast, and full of energy, the wildebeest is a symbol of freedom, strength, and endurance. Beneath it sits the bold numeral 5, with the word Rand, completing the design. But while this imagery is striking, the real magic of the 1994 5 Rand lies in the time in which it was created. To understand this coin, we need to step back into history. 1994 wasn't just another year in South Africa's calendar. It was the year the nation witnessed its first fully democratic elections. The year when, after decades of apartheid, South Africans of all races cast their votes in a historic moment that captured the world's attention. It was the year Nelson Mandela became president, a moment that marked the triumph of hope over oppression, reconciliation over division. The 5 Rand coin minted in 1994 is more than metal. It's a symbol of that transformation. It carries the heartbeat of a nation stepping into a new era with all its challenges and possibilities. So when collectors look at the 1994 5 Rand, they don't just see a coin. They see Mandela's victory speech, the long lines of voters stretching across towns and villages, the tears of joy, the celebrations of freedom. It is, in every way, a coin of rebirth. Why collectors? Chase it now. Let's talk about why this coin has become such a magnet for collectors around the world. First, historical significance. Coins tied to major national milestones are always more sought after. The 1994 5 Rand isn't just tied to history, it is history. It was minted in the very year South Africa redefined itself. Second, rarity in condition. While millions of 5 Rand coins were struck for circulation, finding one from 1994 in pristine, uncirculated condition is far rarer than you'd think. Coins used in everyday transactions naturally suffer scratches, wear, and fading. But a coin preserved untouched can command immense attention from serious numismatists. Third, collector fascination with bimetallic coins. The two-tone design of the 5 Rand was relatively new at the time, adding to its uniqueness. Variations in the minting process, Slight shifts in alignment, unusual color tones, or faint die cracks make individual coins even more desirable. And finally, for South Africans, the 1994 5 Rand isn't just a collector's item, it's a personal memory. It's a piece of the day they walked into history and voted for the first time. For the world, it's a reminder of Mandela's global message of peace and equality. Now, this is the part everyone wants to know. What is the 1,994 Rand worth? Here's the truth. Its value isn't fixed. It depends on condition, rarity, and demand. But here's what makes it exciting. A circulated 1994 5 Rand might only be worth its face value in daily transactions. But in uncirculated or near-perfect condition, some collectors have been willing to pay staggering amounts. In fact, under the right conditions, estimates suggest its value could reach into the millions. But remember, and this is very important, not every 1994 5 Rand is worth that much. Only coins that combine rarity, condition, and collector demand can potentially reach such extraordinary levels. That's the beauty of numismatics. The thrill lies in the possibility. Let me share a few fascinating collector stories. In Johannesburg, a retired schoolteacher who had carefully saved coins from the early 90s discovered her 1994 5 Rand coin still gleaming, as if it had just left the mint. When she brought it to a coin show, the excitement among dealers was electric. While she didn't sell it, the offers she received shocked her, proof that history in your hands can carry incredible weight. In London, a South African expat proudly displayed his 1994 5 Rand in a graded case at an international numismatic fair. He called it his passport to memory, a small piece of home that carried the spirit of freedom with him wherever he went. And in Cape Town, young collectors continue to search for high-grade examples of this coin, driven not only by potential value, but by the emotional connection to a story they inherited from their parents and grandparents. A technical look. Let's get more precise about the coin itself. Composition: nickel brass center, copper nickel ring. Diameter: 26 millimeters, weight: 12 grams. Edge: reeded with security features. Design: coat of arms on the obverse, Black Wildebeest on the reverse. Year: 1994, the very first year of South Africa's full democracy. For collectors, these details matter. Even the smallest variation, a shifted strike, a faint die crack, or a subtle misalignment, can make the difference between a coin worth a little and a coin worth a lot. The broader meaning. At its core, the 1994 5 Rand coin is more than just metal and minting. It's a reminder of how nations change, how freedom is won, how symbols carry stories that textbooks alone can't capture. Every time you hold this coin, you hold a moment when millions stood together to vote for a future they had long dreamed of. And that's why collectors chase it. That's why some are willing to pay fortunes for it. Because it isn't just about the money. It's about owning a piece of humanity's story. So here's your takeaway. If you come across a 1994 South African 5 Rand coin, don't ignore it. Look at it carefully. Check its condition. Consider getting it graded by a reputable service like NGC or PCGS. Because while it might just look like loose change, it could be something far more significant. It could be a coin that carries not only potential monetary value, sometimes even estimated in the millions, but also a piece of history that will never be repeated. Coins like these remind us that the smallest objects often carry the biggest stories. So next time you're sorting through your change, remember, you might just be holding freedom, hope, and transformation in your hand. Thanks for watching, fellow explorers. If you enjoyed this journey into the story of the 1994 5 Rand, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Coin Explorer. Together, we'll keep uncovering the secrets hidden in coins from around the world. And always remember, every coin has a story. Maybe the next one you discover will be the one that changes everything.